2020 Hyundai Palisade was a perfect family hauler with space and technology to spare. We crash tested it, so watch this video to find out what we thought and what we eventually replaced this car with.
Alright, these photos, they don't really capture the extent of the accident. We were pulling across across the lane of traffic, and had a car coming pretty quickly around the curve. Couldn't see them. It was a BMW 5 Series, T-boned straight in the side, full airbag deployment. I mean, this car was wrapped up like a cocoon. Thankfully, our kids were not in the car, their car seats not utilized, but all of the airbags went off, front, side, curtain, it completely enveloped. And what's nice too, there were no burns, there were no airbag burns, but overall, everybody was safe. Both passenger and driver of the car at the time were safe, and ended up Hyundai totaled the car. This was the damage looks superficial, but the car was really like picked up on its side. The BMW was completely submerged all the way under their hood, underneath the SUV. So I really think it was a great testament to the safety of the Hyundai. Part of this, again, just having a regular SUV, but the impacting car was completely submerged. The front of the car was demolished. Hyundai and the body shop and the insurance ended up totaling the car. So check out the new car that we got. Exact same 2021 Hyundai Palisade calligraphy. So we did opt for the newer high end. This is the top of the line 2021 model, and I think it's just a testament to how much we love the Hyundai Palisade, and we replaced it with an identical car, this time in a much better color. That burgundy Sierra, not a fan of that brown, but reddish brown. But now we have a white, which is a fantastic looking color. Same interior, white interior, but the wheels look better. So overall, we're just really happy with this. Minimal cost out of pocket for a car that's less than 9 months old. But overall, really happy with it and how it performs. I think this has got to be one of the only crash tested Hyundai Palisades. And other than the airbags fully deploying, the car was still drivable. We're able to get it off the side of the road, and that's really what you're looking for. Protect the occupants and maintain the engine's ability to get you safely off the road. So this car gets a 5-star review for the safety aspect, in addition to the technology and all of the bells and whistles that it comes with. 2021, better wheels, better color, and the safety is there. So thanks for watching, and smash that like button. This is a
2020 Hyundai Palisade.
You can tell from the front, it's got that new thick plastic, chunky grille. I call it the Tonka truck styling. I think it works really well on this car. It's got bits of chrome to distinguish this car from the Telluride, which is the base sibling. They're both built on the same platform, but the Hyundai is definitely targeted at the higher end finishes.
This Palisade is finished in Sierra Burgundy, and you can see how we focused on luxury and technology.
Please say a command.
Find Yuki Sushi.
2 results found. Please say the line number.
Number 1.
You will be guided to the first destination on the list. The route guidance will start now.
Really
Turn
a great
left
search
onto
function,
Little Avenue.
fast integration, and that screen is quite nice. We also have the route guidance on the dashboard and the heads-up display. The headlights on this car are pretty strong. You can see a nice detail that they are Hyundai full LEDs.
As we take a look at the side profile, we can tell that this is a full-size SUV. What's pretty different about this car is that the ride height is very low. I'll put up some statistics here, but this thing really drives like a car. It makes it a lot easier to get in and out of, and the handling is much more of a unibody versus the body on frame of a true SUV. They have built-in turn signals here, which is a nice feature and really lights up a big area. The Hyundai Palisade makes a great beach vehicle. We're able to fit 6 adults comfortably inside, including all of our beach gear. 4-wheel drive system, handles great on the sand. So regardless of the trim level, you really only get one engine choice. That's the 3.8 liter V6, produces 291 horsepower. And I would say that it's got enough power, and you do find that as typically the lower end or mid-grade engine. And Hyundai, has really just opted for simplicity. On the first year or when they're starting off, they're not going to produce too many variations. They're not looking to satisfy people with heavy tow requirements. I believe this tow capacity is 5,000 pounds. But they're not going to provide a bigger V8 or a Turbo 6 or even a smaller 4. They're just going to go for the middle ground and hope that the rest of the car really sells enough to justify start producing engine or powertrain variants. The pickup is plenty. I think that people are moving towards more realistic expectations of what the engine should be, and this engine paired with the 8-speed automatic provides plenty of power and hauling capability for people. You're just not going to have the options to pull a large trailer.
Your ice cream's melting.
Hello. Thanks. Ice cream. The interior door card has lots of soft touch material. Everything is quilted. You have a nice plastic down here. What I really like is the 2 different sizes of cup holders. So this is a front, it's larger and it can hold a little bit larger water bottles sort of thing. And then the rear is a little bit smaller and it's perfect for juice boxes or any type of smaller cup. The doors are still pretty cheap, and I think that the noise is not as nice. Not sure if you're able to catch that, but the door handles are very thin plastic. They make a lot of noise. And you don't get a solid feel when you're operating the doors. There's plenty of room with a rear facing car seat. We use that for storage. You can see how easy the interior is to clean with stains. This piece is fully removable. Come into the car.
Cheese.
Keep coming, get into your seat.
Cheese.
Keep going.
Cheese.
Another nice feature about the interior is this roof liner. If you can see, this is a really nice faux Alcantara, but it's a really soft touch.
For what?
It's a big word to use. I don't know.
Again, it's just another nice feature that really distinguishes this from any other
It's plush.
economy car. You can see the second moonroof, quite large, and sunroof that does open.
Fast. Get off the road. We got to get over there.
Built-in sunshade.
additional decoration for Paw Patrol.
Let's take a look at the electronic connections in the back. There's a 112 volt, a 12 volt as well. We had a little bit of trouble with that fuse tripping, but the buttons all work great. You've got heated and cooled seats in the rear, and the rear climate control lights up nicely at night. It's not too hard on the eyes, and it is part of a custom setup. Very sharp. Let's take a look at the startup sequence when you come into the car and have the push button ignition. It's a very clean dash view. When you open the door, it's going to chime for check rear seat. A nice safety feature for anybody with small kids. Driving impressions, it really drives like a car. I think that's kind of intuitive for a unibody construction as opposed to a body on frame. The ride height is pretty low. It's very comparable to a tall crossover or a low, smaller SUV. And that's one thing that's unique about the Palisade and the Telluride, is that the 3-row SUV tends to pair itself with a higher ride height, and it makes it a little bit harder to get in, and it creates that boaty feeling while you're driving. This car stays pretty planted, it's low to the ground, and it drives really just like a big car as opposed to a higher riding SUV. So at dusk, we're starting to get a nice view of the interior backlit buttons. Everything is a cool blue, very easy to see. So with adaptive cruise, we can change the distance in front of cars. We're gonna increase the speed in 1 mile an hour increments. You can see there's plenty of room in front. Again, this has lane keep, active lane keep, as well as adaptive cruise control. The steering wheel just adjusted itself there. It's pretty nice. So now the door is closed, but I don't have my seatbelt on. I've tried to put it in reverse. Brake applied. Gear already selected. And that's really annoying. I can't tell you how many times I like to put on my seatbelt, just rolling a little bit, but the car has a lot of nannies to override what you want to do. This center console is fairly button heavy, but all of the main buttons are still very tactile, and they haven't made the switch to a massive touchscreen, which is very common. Although this widescreen is very useful, you still maintain all of the key transmission buttons here, which takes a little bit of getting used to. And there's not a lot of wiggle room if the gear selector doesn't go into gear that you want. You know, all you can do is press reverse over and over again. But if there's a contact short or something missing, you're never going to be able to adjust it or wiggle it in. Compared to a traditional manual gear selector, you would be able to physically engage the gear if something wasn't working. For this row, you have all of the key settings, map, navigation, radio, and these are all very high touch, nice, heavy buttons, compared to these plastic buttons down here, which are a little bit lower quality. But again, you have large buttons, so it makes it very easy to press the heated seat without looking down. There's plenty of room for error when I'm trying to hit the heated steering wheel and not have to look down, which I think is a nice feature to keep your eyes on the road. Just rotate to comfort, sport, eco, comfort, sport, which is red to really get you fired up, smart mode, where it selects the best combination of downshifting and fuel economy, and snow. Let's take a look at these parking features, because the cameras and 360 degree are really great. Let's scroll through some of these drive modes. You've got a circular drive selector here, and it's very easy to use. Violet, how's it sitting back there? Oh, pretty. What is that?
It's a dress.
Is that what you're going to wear tonight?
Let's go wear it. Hey guys. How was nice?
So we're wrapping up the review of the Hyundai Palisade. Overall, I hope you can see all the features that make this a really premium economy car. I don't think that it's fair that this car can compete against a Mercedes or even a BMW or an Audi, but it is trying, and I think that it's a good representation of a flagship Hyundai model without trying to encroach on the Genesis GV80. So if you're looking for a car that has a lot of the technology and features that are common in today's three-row SUVs, but you're also looking for a family car that you can have highlighter on some of the door panels and it's not going to give you a heart attack. So again, this is a great family car, and Violet signing off. Say bye, Violet.